What is up, guys? It is Carly here bringing you day at number 11 of my 25 days of Christmas horror, and going a little backwards here. Today I decided to talk about Black Christmas from 1974, so the original. I did the remake yesterday, and now we're doing the original today. That's just the order I happen to feel like watching them in, and that's where we're at now. So, anyway, Black Christmas, 1974. This movie, of course, I'm sure many people have seen it at this point if you are a horror fan, but it's essentially about a group of sorority girls in a sorority house. It's Christmas time, they're having a Christmas party, and they start getting very obscene, disturbing phone calls from an unknown person. And, at first it just seems like a stupid sorority prank, but then one of their colleagues goes missing, and just some weird stuff starts to happen. You also have this subplot with a little 13-year-old girl who is missing in the movie, and you think those might be linked. And yeah, as the movie kind of goes on, some more and more people wind up dead. So that's kind of a very lousy summary of Black Christmas by me, courtesy of me. But yeah, if you watched the review yesterday, I had said that I was never a huge fan of Black Christmas. I always thought like the beginning was really strong, and then it kind of really slows down in the middle, and at that point I would kind of lose interest and be, without lack of better term, bored by it. But as the years have gone on, it has grown on me. Especially, I remember seeing this at a drive-in in, I think, April, so it wasn't Christmas time, but the drive-in, just does an all-night movie marathon every year, twice a year, that we like to go to, and they played like a really old, grainy print of this. It was like super red and just like low quality, but it actually enhanced the experience for me, and it made me appreciate the movie all the more. And since watching it that night at the drive-in, it's grown on me more and more over the years, and it has become one that I do enjoy watching every Christmas usually now. So yeah, that says a lot. It really has grown on me. The movie itself, like I said, I think the beginning, it starts out really solid. You have this party scene, you're getting introduced to all these girls, and it's a fun group of girls, especially Margot Kidder is in this and plays a great role where she's very sarcastic. You get the vibe she might have a bit of an alcohol problem, but she makes a lot of jokes, and there was actually like a few that made me laugh out loud in this watch. That before didn't really do that for me. So yeah, I think this movie is really good. It's got a great Christmas atmosphere. Of course, Bob Clark directed this, and he obviously is very good with the Christmas atmosphere because he goes on to make A Christmas Story and nails that one as well. It's one of the most beloved Christmas movies, and this is probably the most beloved horror Christmas movie. So, good on him for that. But, like I said, I always felt like there was a slog in the middle of the movie, which still kind of runs a little slow. It's not like some people say this is like the first slasher movie besides Halloween, and it definitely plays that way, but the differences with this one is there definitely is like a kind of a slog where you're not really getting kills or anything like that, and then it all ramps up at the end, which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of slashers are kind of like that. Like, you have a kill or two, and then there's some story, and then at the end, like, everyone kind of gets knocked off one by one. So, I mean, there is that, but this movie kind of feels like, there's more investigation and stuff with this, especially with that subplot of the child that goes missing, and there's like a search party, which, I never really thought about that, but that's actually a really disturbing extra little plot they throw into this, especially how it plays out. It's just, it happens to be just not a good time in this little town around Christmas time. Like I said, the atmosphere is great. It feels cold. Like, you feel like it's probably freezing out while they filmed this. I'm not sure where they filmed this movie exactly, but definitely has a good winter vibe, and it doesn't feel like it's faked or anything like that. So I'm not too sure, like I said, where it's filmed, if they did have to fake any of that, or if it was indeed freezing and snowing and stuff like that. But great performances. Olivia Hussey's great. You have John Saxon, who's really good. The police force, you know, they're fun to watch. Some of the cops like are played as like idiots, but not like over the top like you get in like Last House on the Left or anything like that. So it works. I think all the characters are pretty likable in the film. You get memorable kills, great sequences. I mean, the kill with the Mario Kidder's character with just, you know, slashing her while you have this choir outside singing Christmas carols, I think is very eerie, haunting, and atmospheric, and it still holds up and works and gives me chills every time. This DVD copy I have here is very annoying because the title here is like facing the wrong, like when I put it on the shelf, it's facing upside down. I actually put it on the shelf like the other way just to make me feel better about it, but it does get on my nerves. I actually have the, and I didn't even watch this DVD, to be honest, or this, I do have the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I believe my friend Jerry Herring sent this to me years back. I forget why, he just happened to have the disc, not the actual Blu-ray case. But he sent me the disc, which was nice of him, and I just keep it in here since I don't have the case. But like I said, I did not watch either of those. I watched the Joe Bob on Shudder, because that's still, the movie's still on Shudder, and the Joe Bob episode is still on there, and I enjoy watching him, you know, cover these movies sometimes. You know, he gets into different stuff, like Margot Kidder's tragic life, kind of after this and stuff, and it's rather depressing. There's a few depressing stories he actually tells, about this movie and some of the actors, particularly the guy that was supposed to play John Saxon's character. It's a really sad story with that guy as well. So yeah, watch that Joe Bob if you feel like getting depressed. Anyway, yeah, I enjoy this movie now. Like I said, I watch it pretty much every year at this point, and again, if it's one, you know, I said this about the remake too. A lot of people that adore this movie don't like the remake, and then I feel like some people that like the remake don't really like the original. They think it's boring. I now have come to like both of them for their own little reasons, and I think they both are worthy of a watch around Christmas time because they both capture the atmosphere well, and they're just fun movies no matter what, depending on what you're looking for. Like I said, this one has more atmosphere. You do have some dark comedy in it that works, and then the remake is more of your typical slasher, especially of the time. So anyway, Black Christmas, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I kind of go back and forth on rating with this one, but I think for now, 8 out of 10 is what I'm feeling for this go around with the watches. So yeah, thank you guys again for joining me for day number 11 here of my 25 days of Christmas horror. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow for day number 12.